Hey everybody, it's Katie and this is Alice's 19-month update. I really love for her to be in these updates so that I can really quickly kind of look back and see what she was like at certain ages. I really wanted to do it for the whole first 2 years, but it's just getting really difficult. She just doesn't tolerate sitting through me recording at all anymore, so I don't know. Maybe she'll pop in here, but it might just be me from now on. I'll try to be brief. There's like a few major things to talk about. First of all, Alice had her 18-month appointment, like well-child, checkup at the beginning of this month. And so I did mention in my last video, she was 22 pounds and some change and 32 inches long. She's filled out just a little bit, like you'll notice in her face it's fuller and she just feels a little bit more solid. She's definitely still on the small side for kids her age, but I feel like she's like, she's gotten a little chunkier. She also had her second dentist appointment of her life, and things went well. Everything is great with her teeth. She has 16 teeth, all except the 4 second-year molars, and I actually think she's teething again now. She got all of her teeth pretty early, and now she's chewing on her hands and is like extra fussy and drooly and stuff, so that's got to be teething. She hates being at the dentist itself, like, having the dentist like in her face. She just cries. But I think that'll get better with time, and like it's a necessary evil, I think. So a lot of changes this past month. She started a new school / daycare. It is more of like a daycare center, like a larger group, but she's in a really targeted age group. So she's only with other kids that are 18 to 24 months, which is cool. She loves being with the other kids. She loves like all the activities being really targeted to like what kids this age are into. They have like an awesome playground. It's going well. Alice was sick again this past month. She is just starting to get over it. She had like a cold that just, lingered for a long time and ended up giving her ear infections again, and then it infected her eyes, so we had to go to the pediatrician for that because I don't mess around with the eye thing. But I guess it was just like a cold in her eyes. It was pretty gross. She is starting to feel better now though, thankfully. I had mentioned in another video that I was looking to kind of like reduce the amount of nursing sessions to like once or twice a day, and we have done that. It was sort of a goal of mine, but as it turns out, it was something that Alice was really ready for. She has not had a problem with that at all, so I know she's very fussy right now, huh? Very fussy, girl. Look at Alice. She just nurses before her nap and before bed, and if we're out and about and she takes her nap like on the road or doesn't take a nap, she's totally fine with that. So at this point, that's really working for both of us. The big news is that Alice is really starting to get more regular and start to enjoy using the potty. We had bought her like a small little potty that sits on the floor when she was, I think, around 15 months, just to sort of get her used to the idea. We put her toys on it and stuff, and right when we got it, she like used the potty a couple of times right away, just sort of like as a fluke, I think. But I definitely didn't want to push anything. I didn't really, I didn't really go anywhere with that. We were traveling for the holidays and just stuff came up, and so we just kind of forgot about the potty. At the beginning of this month, when we were back in town and stuff, I decided to be a little bit more like deliberate about it and try to be more attentive to, when she needs to go to the bathroom, and try to get her to the potty for those times. And we found that she didn't like the one that sits on the floor anymore. So we got her just the really simple, just a little ring that goes on the regular toilet, like the smaller ring. And she loves it. I think we've had it now for 10 days, maybe 12 days, something like that. And she has used it at least once a day, every single day. So she's really liking, I think like that, getting to be a little bit more of like a big kid. And she gets it. Most of the time I'm able to kind of catch her, at least for pooping and get her to the potty, before it's too late or whatever. And just the whole thing. She uses the toilet paper, and she washes her hands and flushes the toilet, and she's really into it. So she's doing well with that. And I'm changing fewer diapers, so that's cool. Again, I'm not really pushing. I'm just trying to be more attentive, and we'll just see where it goes from here. I feel like at this point, I am really getting pretty good at predicting and being able to diffuse most of her tantrums. I've learned what sets her off. A lot of it is, the same stuff as with a newborn, like being hungry or tired. Alice's big thing is really just being bored. Here, she's going to take my phone. she gets bored really easily, and she needs a lot of physical activity and a lot of new experiences. Yes, I see you. I see you. And when she doesn't get that stuff, it's a problem. So I've kind of like reworked my lifestyle, I guess, a little bit. Like, for instance, she doesn't tolerate going in and out of the car more than twice. So I only will do 2 errands at a time, you know, per day. So just to kind of keep that in check. She just doesn't, you know, she just can't handle it. And that's okay. She gets, like, overstimulated. Oh, you're calling Dad? Ah, no, thank you. Yuck. Oh, gentle, please. Gentle, please. Gentle, please. Another thing is, like, if we're not going to go to the playground for some reason, if we don't have time or whatever, she better not even see the thing, because if she sees the playground, we must go there. And if we don't for any reason, she loses it. But I would say most of the time, you know, if I'm able to sort of feed her when she's hungry and keep her interested in new activities and get her outside every day, things are pretty good most of the time. Like I said, she absolutely loves the playground, and she is such a daredevil. She only wants to go on, like, the biggest slides. She doesn't want any help. She doesn't want you to go with her. She's just really independent that way, and really up to a challenge. I did get her a new toy this month. We don't buy a lot of toys, but I had a credit on Zulily, and so I got, like, a play tunnel, like one of those pop-up tunnels. It's like 6 feet long, and she can crawl through the middle. We can use it inside or outside, but I got it mostly for, like, another way for her to have exercise when I'm busy or, you know, busy in the house. And I remember as a kid myself playing in a tunnel until I was way too old, like probably like 12. My cousins had a tunnel that I remember playing with all the time, so I figured this toy would probably go the distance. So far she likes it all right. Just a few more, like, highlights, cool stuff. Alice helps set the table now. She will put all the silverware at the correct places. I have been taking her to story time at the library at least once a week since she was 6 months old. And up until now, she has pretty much just kind of, like, observed. You know, she'll, like, kind of, like, pay attention to the book a little bit, look at the other kids a little bit, do a little craft. But now she is really starting to get into, like, the songs and dances and stuff and try to do some of the hand motions and learn some of the words and, like, is really starting to interact more. So that's neat to see. Her attention span is a little bit longer. Not, like, just in moment to moment, but with reading, we're able to read longer books, so that's cool to be able to expand our library from, like, the really fast books, you know, like some of the really simple board books we've had, be able to read just more books because she's more interested and can sit there longer. We went to the zoo as a family this past month, and she loved it. This was a great age to go. The last time we took her, she was around 9 months, and most of it kind of went over her head, but this time she was really, really into it. We just had a ton of fun. She was really able to make the connections between, you know, the lions we see pictures of and the lion. And she knows the lion sound, but then she actually got to see the lions and hear them make the sound, and you could just see, like, you could just see things clicking. She had a ball. At this point, we are starting to work on teaching colors and, like, a little bit of ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. She could say some of the numbers and most of the letters, but she can't really get the sequence, so she'll just say single things at a time, but she can't, like, you know, she doesn't say strings of letters or numbers. And with colors, she can say most of the words again, but she doesn't seem to be really recognizing, you know, what each color looks like or being able to name colors. So I have another video I'm working on that is about some of the things I'm doing to try to teach her colors and just kind of, like, drive those concepts a little bit more. So that is everything I can think of now. I am a little bit sad that Alice wasn't able to be in this video more, but I guess that's just where we're at. Again, I think this is, like, the most fun, best age yet, and I hope to continue saying that every month like I have been all this time. I see you. Here she is climbing on the other side of the crib. Just off camera. There you go. I see you. Down. Whoa. What are you doing? Alright, well, Alice has got a lot going on here with the coffee filters and the book and stuff, so she doesn't look like she wants to say goodbye today. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon. Okay, you too.
say bye. Good. Bye.